This is Candy Kelly speaking. I'm really excited to be taking this because number one, I've heard a lot of very good feedback, but also because when I first came on board, even though I've been a realtor for many years, I had there was just so much to learn. And I thought I'd spend some quality time this afternoon
Mhm.
and try and pick up some things that I may have missed on other go rounds with some of the live classes that I attended.
Oh, that's awesome, Candy. Thanks for
Yeah,
being
so I
here.
just I think it's really worthwhile. So I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for doing this.
Oh, thanks for being with us.
I think we got our kinks worked out, and as long as Elizabeth and I take turns, we're going to be okay. So we are backgrounded as though we're in the same room, and we are in the same room. So we're going to learn how to work off each other without interfering with each other. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So what is Launchpad? Launchpad is really an overview designed to be a resource to really share with you all things Schmidt and all things Coldwell Banker, and just really give you direction on where to go, who to go to, what's available to you, how do you plug into training, what can you get out of Launchpad, where do you start? When you join Coldwell Banker, where do you start? As a new agent or an experienced agent, what are the things you want to plug into right away? So if you've not met me before, or I have not had the pleasure of meeting you before, my name is Felicia Hengel, and I'm the president for the Ohio region of Coldwell Banker Schmidt family of companies. And for me, Coldwell Banker was my stomping ground when I first was licensed in 1998, and I spent all of my real estate career with Coldwell Banker in sales. I then went back into leadership, which is really my passion and what I did before Coldwell Banker with another competitor. And then I came back to Coldwell Banker about 5 years ago when the Schmidt family out of Traverse City, Michigan acquired the Ohio region. So what I can say is it's been an awesome homecoming, and I'm as excited now as I was the day I came back about our future and where we're going, and even how we're navigating through our current COVID pandemic, and the fact that we have all the resources that we need to help you folks and us succeed in this market. So if you were just going into Launchpad and didn't really know exactly what it was or what you needed to do or where to find resources, I would tell you your step one for almost everything is going to be schmidtresources.com. When you go into that, you'll notice that it is a company site that has tabs for everything that we offer. The marketplace is where you can find paraphernalia, logo wear, marketing tools to promote your business. Then you have Michigan, Ohio, Florida, the USVI, and our company.
Oh, come on. You just
There we go, Lisa. You're here. You're in the house. We know you're here. Hi, Lisa. Okay, so we're going to go into Ohio today. And in Ohio, you'll notice lots of different tabs, but those are going to be covered later. I'm just going to focus on this one. This one is the Ohio Launchpad Pathway to Success. So when we go in here, you'll notice that it is broken up into 5 steps. Launchpad overview, that's today. Getting ready for business, that's Monday. Using technology is Tuesday, and your final day, 4 and 5, are areas of specialization and meeting our vendors so that you can surround yourself with the right people to help you navigate through your business. So we're going to go to step 1. So step 1 starts with me, a welcome message from myself, Felicia. And then we go into a pathway to success, which is going to be narrated by our productivity coach, Roberta Reinhardt. Be your own CEO. That's going to be heard from one of our brokers, Elsie Sayer. Why you should hire a transaction coordinator. That is Stephanie Martin, who also is your regional service coordinator and handles transaction coordination for those agents who wish to take advantage of that service. coaching overview where Roberta will go through what can a coach do for you and how do you engage with her. And marketing department, we're going to actually put Tracy up maybe a little bit before these, since these are recorded videos and we have the pleasure of having Tracy live. We're going to actually hear from Tracy while she's on the call, and then we can go back to the recordings. Schmidt Resources and a new agent guide and your training calendar. So again, as I said, so many things you can find in Schmidt Resources. Elizabeth will walk you through. In addition to what Tracy covers, she's going to be hitting the new agent guide, which is a digital guide that walks you through all your questions when you're new, introduces all the valuable resources that we have, from the marketing department to our HR departments to your brokers, and then the training calendar, which is a virtual training calendar that tells you where you can go for Coldwell Banker branded training, as well as our local training and our company training. And that is updated every single month with both Zoom training, self-paced training, and some live training. Then we're going to meet your brokers. So those are the people that you're going to go to above and beyond your managers. So you've got maybe a legal question or something that you just want to make sure you're in compliance and you're doing the right way. You're going to reach out to one of your brokers. And then finally, processing deals. So we'll go through that. If you continue on your own, the next thing would be to go to step 2, but that's all going to be covered next week. So we're going to go ahead and get started with today. And I'm going to go ahead and put Roberta on here virtually, telling you about your path to success. So here we go.
Welcome to Launchpad. This is Roberta Reinhardt, and the company has done a really great job of putting together a new format for you so that as agents who might want to know, who to contact for what, how to get ready for your business, a lot of different segments, a total of 5 sessions altogether that are going to allow you to have access whenever you need it and be readily available online for you. So let me introduce you to these 5 different sessions that are available. Obviously, the very first one is, who do you go to for support? And what do they do for you when you do? So basic job descriptions and access to knowing who to contact for what, which is really critical. The second one, getting ready for business. Now, this is an overview of technology. We have the best technology in the entire industry. So for you to have this at your fingertips is going to be outstanding. Number 3, explore more of the basics. This is technology for everyday use. You're going to hear us talk about databases and Zap and Moxie, and getting a good overview too of .loop. .loop is how you do all of your documents. So to have this information in there is going to be most valuable to you as well. Number 4, areas of specialization. We are number 1 in relocation and luxury. Now that we also have a commercial department. And to make yourself aware of how we are looked at and appreciated in the industry, as well as all of the different divisions that we have that you can take advantage of, will be to your advantage. Number 5, meet your vendors. Hey, these are some really great people. They're not only great people, they're great companies. And it helps you to do a better job, feel more comfortable, and have immediate access and contacts with a lender, home warranty company, not to mention, of course, Woodland, Chicago Title. So these are all supplemental people that help us in a variety of different ways and make your life so much easier as a new agent. There's also going to be a library, and the library is going to be more specific trainings. And what that's meant to do, obviously, is to give you a basis that when you need to be able to write a purchase agreement and it's 10 o'clock at night, and you're saying, I can't remember what goes where or how to work this out, then you know that you've got access that'll be coming to you directly. So welcome to Launchpad. I'm looking forward personally to getting to know you and meet you, and have a terrific, terrific day. Thank you so much.
So that was Roberta, our productivity coach. And you will hear more from her when she gets into actually talking about coaching and how using a coach can help you and benefit you and your business. And now I'm actually going to go ahead and turn it over to Tracy, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that she can share her screen. And Tracy, again, is our president of marketing. I'll give a little intro to Tracy because she's got a very unique background that properly prepared her, I guess, to take on this huge role for the whole. But she was a broker formerly with Sotheby's and has an extensive background in publishing and marketing. So she's been able to really take what the Schmidts had in place and take it to a whole new level. So welcome, Tracy. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, everybody, for having me. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let me know when you can take a look at it.
Okay, I think
everybody there, you see it? You get to see all my windows up too. So I'm heading right back into Schmidt Resources, where Felicia started us all at. You're going to see a common theme all the time, which is kind of awesome. I'm going to, whoops, hold on. I'm going to try to just move that up and get it out of my way. So everyone can see my screen okay? Yes, hopefully?
Yep, we can see it.
Thank you so much. So I just headed into Ohio in the schmidtresources.com, and I thought I might spend a little time with all of you this morning, just kind of introducing you to your marketing group and kind of sharing some ideas, some ways that you may want to reach out to us to help you in your business, and also some of the easiest ways to reach out to us so it takes the guesswork out for all of you. So I thought I would start in the marketing group square, which is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and you're going to start to see all of our faces. So I'll spend some time going through who these people are and how you engage them. So I'm going to start with JD right here. He's our digital media and technology specialist, and most likely you've already seen his face or heard his voice because he is our guy who's out on the front lines. He runs all of our social media pages for the company, as well as he does our Blue Sync training and a lot of our training events for our technologies, for the tools and resources that we have available in the company. And he also loves to provide all of our updates of what we've got going on in the marketing group. He loves being on video. He loves coaching. He loves training. So how do you engage JD, and what would you engage him for? So JD is really awesome at helping our agents build their business Facebook pages with tips and tricks and best practices as to how to make their business Facebook page present that agent in the best light. He's going to help you set it up. He's not going to do it for you, but he's going to help you, guide you through it, and make sure you're doing all of the right things that you need to on your social media pages. And then he's going to help you with your audiences. You know, in order to really get active and going in social media, you're going to want to set up your audiences when you're focusing on sellers and prospecting on social media for sellers. And then again, on the flip side, for buyers. And those are two different audiences. So he'll help you understand what those audiences mean and how you can set those up. He'll talk to you about boosting a campaign, which is where you put some dollars behind it, versus just posting. And what does that difference mean between boosting and posting? And how do you determine a decent budget for social media? He'll work with you on content. I'm going to show you where you can find some great content, but he'll work with you on finding that content as well. Where are the social graphics? Are they hitting the messaging that you want? What about video content? He can help you with that. And again, we do have a lot of blog materials as well that are really great to put out on social media. So he's that guy that you really want to connect to to really understand what are the best ways to put yourself out there on social media. So it's not just Facebook, right? It could be Instagram that you want to have more of a presence on. And now that Facebook and Instagram are tied together, it makes it a lot more easier. Getting your YouTube channel set up for your video content. We learned through COVID that video is king. A lot of us in the marketing group argue that video is king forever and has been for a long time, but it's becoming more and more relevant and important in the real estate industry to have video out there on your listings, video out there on you, who you are as an agent. Video allows people to make more of a connection, not only to your listing, but to you. And BombBomb is just another way too, which JD can reach out to you on that as well. But connect to JD, let him help you through your social, your digital presence. He really enjoys working with our agents. He has a very patient personality where he wants to walk you through and teach you. And there's no stupid question, no matter what your skill level is on social media. You know, feel confident that you can ask him anything and he's going to show you how to do it, okay? Additionally, you would leverage JD if you're really looking to do a deeper dive into some of the tools and technologies that we offer through our Coldwell Banker brand and the Schmidt family of companies. So, you know, you're going to learn more about the technologies down the road in Launchpad and as you continue to work with your local leadership in Elizabeth. But some of those technologies are, you know, CDX, Moxie, listings to leads. Maybe it's social ad engine. Whatever it may be, JD is a company-wide resource for you to pick up the phone and drill down a little bit deeper. Now, I will show you his video training classroom just a little bit further down in our presentation, and I'll encourage you to check that out because he does a lot of tutorial videos on social media, on websites, on our tools and technologies that are really quick videos that just give you a few tips and tricks. But that might be helpful to you as you continue to grow, whether you're brand new to the industry and to our company, or you've been licensed and maybe you've been with us for a while. It might give you a little bit of an insight view on some of the technologies and resources that we have available for you to be able to determine if that's a tool or technology that you want to learn more about. So we'll talk more about that video classroom as we go, but please lean on JD. He is a resource for you. And here is his phone number, and you can email him right from here as well. Now I'm going to show you an easier way to get in touch with us as well, but this is one avenue. Now, Peter Hopkins is a digital marketing specialist for the Schmidt family of companies. He, again, really leads a lot of our digital marketing campaigns. So for those of you that have heard or maybe are participating in the virtual open house event, Peter does the digital marketing for that program behind the scenes. He and I are also working on some really cool packages that we're going to offer to our agents that allow them to create influence on social media. That's kind of our buzzword with these packages, is creating influence. Now, these are fee-based packages, but what they do is they really allow a trusted and tested and proven program to really put yourself out there on social media and really generate real opportunities. Also involved is a component of teaching the agent how to do these programs so that they ultimately can become self-serving. So we're really excited about that. But Peter is someone who I call Oz. He works behind the scenes the most. That really is quite an amazing digital marketer. So you'll hear more from him and see more of him as we go. He's also one of our experts, like JD, on Moxie and Zap and some of our other technologies. He loves listings to leads. So you'll interact with him and have some fun with him as well. Now, as we go into the rest of the team, these are your designers. And these folks are graphic designers on our staff with the marketing group that they're really here to help you create your marketing and advertising pieces to present you in the best light. So these are all of your designers, and there is a lot of them here, lots of smiles, lots of people. All of these are the graphic designers. So what can they do for you? Well, I think it's sometimes easier to say what they can't do, but let's kind of talk about what they can do. You know, anything in the realms of print marketing or digital marketing. So it's business cards. It is postcard campaigns. Maybe you want to work and farm a market, a neighborhood, and you want to do it via postcards, direct mail. Maybe it's just listed, just sold. Whatever it may be, any type of print design, they're going to go ahead and help you with those and design those for you. Advertisements, whether you feel that there's certain avenues of print that are important to you and you need some advertisements created, they're going to help you with that too. Social media, it's all about content, right? You're going to need graphics to put out there with messaging that's relevant to the voice that you want to have out there. So they're going to help work with you on building your social graphics to set up campaigns for you. Now, one thing that I will tell you is that we've got a lot of postcard campaigns already created and a lot of social graphics that are already created. Those are templated items that you can grab and go and use. But the team also really likes to drill down and work on custom pieces for our agents as well. So if you see something that's there that maybe is giving you some inspiration, but it's not entirely what you're looking for, don't think that that's your only option. I just encourage you to reach out to one of the designers on the team, and they can go ahead and create that custom piece for you that you're really looking to put out in the market. Now, if you see something that's a social graphic and you're like, wow, I would really like that in a postcard, that's no problem. Our social graphics can easily be transitioned to postcard campaigns, and our postcard campaigns can easily be transitioned to social graphics. So it really is whatever you need. We have our listing presentations, residential. We have our luxury listing presentations. The designers also work with our agents to kind of create that more custom addition to their listing presentations that they like to have. Maybe it's a nice slick on with their bio and their headshot. Maybe they want to add in their specific marketing campaign that they do for all of their sellers. It's, you know, professional photography, videography, right? We're in a first impression business, and photos and video is what connects buyers to our listings. So we always want those to be presented in the best light. So maybe that's part of your marketing campaign that you do for sellers. There's probably many more things that you do, but maybe you want that articulated as an additional piece into your listing presentation. They're going to do that for you too. They can work with your photos, your headshots, your listing photos. Sometimes they don't always turn out exactly the way you want them. We've got a lot of Photoshop wizards on the team. They can help you touch those up and make them look nicer. We do a lot of work with developments. I have an extensive background with developments. I worked for a real estate developer, really marketing and branding and leading the sales for his luxury residential and resort communities in the US and the Virgin Islands. And we love developments, and we've built some really great development pieces that also translate really nicely to new construction. We're seeing a big push, a big focus on land sales. People are buying land again and they're building. So if you're working with a landowner who's selling and maybe they have a rendering of what a home could look like on that land, we can build some additional pieces around that to really help provide that visual that some buyers just can't envision in their mind on their own, and they need to see something. So we love working with developments. We love working with vacant land, new construction. We love working with our builder community. So whatever it is you need, but this team is here to support you in all of those efforts. They've done billboards, really done pretty much anything. Like I said, it's a lot easier to say what we don't do versus what we do. So I would always say, if you got something on your mind and you're thinking that, hey, what about this? I would say reach out to any one of us, and we'd be happy to guide you through whether we can do that and how we do that, okay? So Danielle Ottomer is also on our team, and she's a sales and marketing coordinator. She leads our efforts on managing our preferred vendor program, which is thisisourlist.com. I'm not going to spend a lot of time going into that today. We've got a great square in Schmidt Resources where you can read more about that program, but really what it is, it's our preferred vendors that we like to use across our regions. They're part of our membership program. We do a lot of advertising for them that's consumer facing, social media, our websites, it's all digital, as well as really promoting them within our agent base and our office base, because it really is important to refer and recommend great vendors, plumbers, electricians, painters, home inspectors, whatever it may be. And we really are proud of this program because it does attract nice vendors to our program, and it allows us to really push those out to the consumer. So she's the lead on that. And also on our flagship publication, which is called Luxury Magazine. She does all the advertiser sales for Luxury Magazine. And those advertiser sales really allow us to subsidize the cost of Luxury Magazine in order to really drive down the ad prices for our agents to participate. So she is also on Luxury Magazine. But what I also wanted to share with you about Danielle is that she also is a writer. She's an amazing writer, and also she is wonderful at proofing. So how would you engage her? You know, if you're looking to refresh your bio or just write your bio for the first time, she obviously can't write that bio for you, but what she would want you to do is take a stab at it. Give her the details of what you want in that bio, and then let her work with you on really cultivating that bio to a presentation piece that you feel is spot on for what you're trying to portray to a potential buyer or seller client about yourself. So she's really good at writing, providing additional input and direction for you as you prepare those. You know, we also see agents interacting with Danielle when maybe they have a unique property. They're struggling with a property description. Again, she can't write that description because she hasn't seen the property, but she certainly can coach you through that description and how you can choose different words to embellish it a little bit further, or take your description up a few notches so that it stands out and doesn't just look like everyone else's. You're also, if you're putting something together, maybe a proposal for a seller, she's great at proofing, again, providing additional insight, whatever it may be. She's also really great at connecting to me super fast if you need something. And 9 times out of 10, she knows the answer to the question, and she can respond to you if I can't get to you fast enough. So always lean on her for that too. I also really love working with our agents, and I work with our agents hands-on daily. And you know, I have a real estate background. I'm a broker here with the Schmidt family of companies. I've listed and sold real estate, luxury, residential, commercial. I love selling real estate. I don't sell real estate anymore under my role within the Schmidt family of companies, but I do get to sell through all of you. So once you've made it through your business goals, your business planning, I really love to work with our agents in addition to your local leadership to be able to just help you articulate what your marketing plan may look like. Help you set up that budget to go with that marketing plan, because that's a super critical piece. You know, when you're marketing yourself and marketing your listings, consistency is important. You don't want to do something one and done because it really doesn't have an impact. You know, it's consistent marketing efforts and advertising efforts that really make a compelling difference and yield that return on your investment through opportunities. So I really enjoy working marketing plans with our agents. I love listing prep. I do a lot of listing prep with agents, whether it's residential, commercial, luxury. And again, I can't stress enough about the amazing resources you have locally. But if you ever wanted to reach out to me on listing prep, anything really that I can help you with within your sales and marketing efforts that complement what you're already receiving from your local leadership, I would love to help you. And I'm going to show you some business planning and kind of budget planning tools that are available to you within Schmidt Resources. But don't hesitate to call. I've made a lot of calls to sellers on behalf of agents, just to kind of articulate that marketing engine that comes when you're represented by you as agents and the power of the Coldwell Banker brand. So, and if I'm able to attend those in person, I do a lot of listing appointments in person too. So whatever I can do to help you, I'm here as a resource as well. So please don't hesitate. This is my cell number. Same thing with Danielle. We do only publish our cell number, so we wanted to be readily available if you need to text us and get an answer real fast, pick up the phone and call, or you can email. But text for me is always the fastest. I can get back to you rather quickly. But everyone's numbers and email addresses are here and you can link through. Now, I also wanted to show you this other layer of resources that's available for you. Now, some of you are brand new to the industry, I understand that, and some of you have been licensed. Not new, have been licensed, new with our firm, or maybe you've been with our firm, but now you're just coming into the class and getting some extra knowledge. Love that you're doing that, Candy. But I wanted to let you know about these additional resources that exist for you. So luxury is another division of our business. So residential is our primary business within the Coldwell Banker network. Commercial is as well, but we also have this amazing luxury division. And boy, over the last 5 years, we have just really seen our luxury business grow. And we have a powerful brand with a long, successful history behind us in our global luxury brand. So what we feel very committed to our global luxury business and to our agents who are pursuing global luxury opportunities. And we realize that that luxury division is a whole nother layer of advertising and value add and exposure. And with that becomes another layer of learning. So we wanted to add in luxury ambassadors to our resources that are available for our agents. These luxury ambassadors are there to help prepare you for a listing appointment, to help you fully understand the power and the exposure and the advertising value proposition of being associated with our global luxury brand, what that means to a seller, right? And that becomes a differentiator when you're out there competing, okay? So Marcy Capadona right here, front and center, is our luxury ambassador for the state of Ohio. You can reach out to her via phone, email, in person. She sits right in your region. She's going to be there to help support you, get you prepared, answer your questions. She'll assist you on a listing appointment if you need some help. Whatever it is that you need, lean on your luxury ambassador. Across the company, we've made this investment. We have Kirsch Rule, who runs half of the state of Michigan with me. He's the luxury ambassador for the South. I step in as the luxury ambassador for the North. Anthony Scaramucci is over in Florida with our Coldwell Banker Paradise family of companies there. Valerie Gunther oversees Sunstar as the luxury ambassador. And then I continue to pick up support across the entire company, and I'm there to support all of our states, all of our regions, all of our DBAs. So from Michigan, Ohio, Florida, and the Virgin Islands. So you can really reach out to Marcy as that local expert. Nobody has that local market expertise in luxury like Marcy does. You know, I can overview the program, I can overview the value proposition, I can assist on anything, but when you want to drill into that local market luxury, Marcy's just a tremendous resource, so please lean on her. Okay, so let's talk about some opportunities to engage. So we talked about the phone numbers, we talked about the email, super easy, no questions asked there, right? But I also want you to see this online marketing project request form right here, this big black banner. So we put this out there in front of our agents because we wanted to just make it super easy for them to engage marketing. Sometimes you're like, gosh, I need to do this, but God, there's a whole bunch of people. Who do I go to for what? This takes the guesswork out. Also, agents, you're busy. you guys are showing appointments, showing homes, going on listing appointments whenever your clients are available. And that makes for a really crazy schedule. There's no day that's exactly the same. So we wanted this form to be here for you to complete any hour of the day, whenever that idea pops into your mind that you need something, so that you can go ahead and submit it through here and check it off your box. So if you're that agent that needs to get on it first thing in the morning, really early before my team comes in at 8:30 in the morning, go ahead and submit it through this tool, and we're going to reach out to you. So now you've got it off your plate, checked the box. Now the action is on us to come to you to get going on that project. You can submit it at midnight. You can submit it on the weekend. Whatever the hour, day, night, day of the week is, we're going to pick it up. We have an extensive project management system behind the scenes. We have a cloud-based server. We have every tool available for us to have transparency across every team member within the marketing group. So if you worked with CJ on one project, and then you worked with Megan on another project and Caitlin on another project, it doesn't matter. You don't have to bring us back up to speed. You don't have to reiterate what we've already done for you before. We see it all in our folder that we've created for you on our server that every member of my team can access, okay? We manage our deadlines to our project management system, and internally we have a communication tool that we use, which is called Slack. It's like the old instant messenger days. We use this because we do have agents that need something really fast, really last minute. And you may have picked up the phone and called Caitlin, but Caitlin doesn't have the capacity to knock that project out within an hour. But while she's on the phone with you, she's slacking the rest of the team saying, hey, I've got an agent here in Ohio. They need this project done real fast. They've got to have it done within the hour. Which team member can step in and take that over? So we have this little engine that works, and we really rely on each other as a cohesive team. So to take the guesswork out, sometimes this is the easiest route to do it, or just pick up the phone and call anyone you'd like. Now that desired completion date right here is an important one, okay? So when you go in and fill out really easy information, there is no word for your title. You can say whatever you want. Social graphics targeting sellers. I want, 5 different versions of a design. Put in whatever you'd like, fill out the boxes. This desired completion date is important. So my suggestion to all of you is when you want to do something, even if you don't need it for 2 weeks, still come in and request it, because that gets you into our queue, that gets us engaged with you. Are we going to run it up to your deadline? No, but it gets us working on it, and we deliver it to you ahead of time so that you have it. We work better when you give us a little bit of notice, but if you can't give us notice and you need something right away, I assure you we're going to move mountains to get that done for you in the time that you need it. But anytime you can give us plenty of notice, we sure do appreciate that, okay? And then you just submit it here and you'll hear from one of the designers. So really easy way for you to go ahead and engage with marketing real quick, all right? So for the next couple of minutes, I'm just going to spend some time pointing you into some squares that I think from a marketing and sales standpoint that I'd love to have you spend more time in and start to get more familiar with what's available to you. So in your presentation square, you're going to have your residential listing presentations already created. They're already digitized, really easy for you to send ahead to a potential seller, but also really important for you to go through page by page so you can really articulate the story of the Coldwell Banker brand and the Schmidt family of companies, because that's a differentiator in your market, right? All of us have our own story. It's, your brand story. It's your family of companies story. It's your story, which is, I believe, one of the most important stories, because you're a differentiator in and of yourself, the way that you provide exceptional service to your clients. So it's important that you feel comfortable with all of the data that's here for you, and that's the power of your brand. Also, the Coldwell Banker Global Luxury Listing presentation is right here too for you. So now our Global Luxury division in the state of Ohio, that starts at $500,000, meaning the home sale price is at $500,000 and above. It's not going to take too long for you to have that opportunity. Some of you may have that opportunity right away. Well, if you get that opportunity to go on a listing appointment for a property that's over 500,000, you're going to want to know what they're going to get if they list with you. And that's why it's important to spend some time in this luxury presentation as well, because in addition to the power of the Blue brand and our residential syndication, you also get this whole other layer of luxury advertising for your sellers. It's the Wall Street Journal, it's New York Times, it's Robb Report, it's Unique Homes. And then if it hits over 1 million, it's a whole nother 100 top real estate websites translated to the local language and currency. So there's a lot of great value in our Blue brand and our Black brand. And it's important that you take the time to fully understand both of them so that you can sell that proposition, that value proposition to your client, okay? I will have all of you know that this logo is changing. We went through our North Star rebranding. We got our new mark for our Blue brand, our CB Star. We just received word that our Coldwell Banker Global Luxury logo is changing as well, and they're going to do a reveal of that in our digital Gem Blue. More to come on Gem Blue. I know your Ohio is going to talk about it a ton. It's a digital virtual event this year, and I hope you all can attend because it's pretty exciting and pretty informative, but we'll get the reveal of that new logo in September. So stay tuned for that. Some other squares I'd like you to point you to, here's our Global Luxury Square. Again, here's our luxury magazine, super proud of it. But spend some time in here. Get to know our brand, just to kind of have you see, this investment that we're making in luxury with our ambassadors. But our sales have gone up exponentially in our luxury offering, our luxury sales, listings, and buyers. And we're constantly seeing an increase year over year, not only in our homes priced $509.99, but also $1 million and up. And we're really proud of that. And that's due to all of the efforts of our agents and our local leadership, really educating our agents and helping them be equipped with the confidence to go and represent that luxury client. So spend some time in here. I think you'll find it really informative. Now, I wanted to direct you over to our social square. So whether you're new to the business, new to our family of companies, or you've been in the business, digital is where it's at, right? It really is a digital business. People go online to look for real estate. They go online to search for an agent, right? So really, you need to make certain that your presence is online. And social media, advertising and putting yourself out there and advertising your sellers and attracting buyers is probably one of the most affordable ways for you to immediately make an impact and make it aware that you're a realtor with Coldwell Banker, Ohio. So we've created just a ton of social media graphics for you to utilize. Now, again, are all of these going to connect to you? No, they're not meant to, but what they're here to do is give you inspiration. It's here to give you content. Quite honestly, I could set up a schedule with these graphics and probably do a post every single day for many, many, many months. We've got over 100 graphics easily just within this square. And we also have a ton more on our server. So what is it that you like? Where is it that you want to go? What do you want your message to be? Or are some of these really amazing messages that work for you? Regardless what these are here. They're easy for you to grab and go. Please use them. Take some time and look at them. See if any of these make connections to you and how you want to use them to go out in your market, okay? So I'm almost down to the bottom. I'm going to keep going. Lots of good stuff. You can see something's going to connect to you. And if you want anything custom, again, I'm just going to ask you to reach out to your design team, okay? Lots of options. Also, our virtual open house event, I wanted to go back up to the top here and show you our last week's statistics. But this virtual open house event is complimentary to all of our agents, okay? This virtual open house event is video based. Video is required of your listings to participate, but it doesn't cost you anything but your time. You just have to submit your video to the program, and we run advertising campaigns promoting our agents' listings via video every single Saturday. And you'll see the results that we've gotten here, which is pretty impressive. Now, we've been running this program since the middle of April. We all went into COVID. A virtual environment was very important. I would argue that a virtual environment is still important today, but most important, a safe environment, right? When we practice business in person, we need to be very safe, not only for us, but for our buyer and seller clients, as well as to make certain that our sellers know we take this very seriously and that the protection of their home and keeping their home safe is important to us. But since we started this virtual open house event back in April, we've already had over 1 million ads go out on social media with over 300,000 views. And that's pretty impressive. And again, this doesn't cost any dollars to you to advertise your sellers. We promote you as the agent, your name, your contact information with your seller. So look into this a little bit more. I'm going to show you where to find some more details on that. But there's lots of really good things within these squares. Now I'm going to let Felicia and her leadership team go into CBX seller leads and the just listed, just sold postcard campaigns down the road. I won't go into that today, but go ahead and look in here and see what really good options are available to you as an agent to put yourself out there, okay? The working virtual square, we're getting ready to clean this up on Wednesday of next week. We're gonna kind of take down some of this stuff, but leave more of the relevant, really important tips and tricks in here. But we created this to help you work in a virtual environment, but also to help you work in a safe environment. So a lot of these tips and tricks that are in here are still relevant in how you practice real estate today, even though we're back to doing it in person. So, you know, take a look in here, spend some time on some of these cool tips and ideas to be able to put yourself out there and do your business, all right? But the virtual open house event, you're gonna see virtual open house all over the place. How do you submit for virtual open house? The submission tools are here, but what I will tell you is to look for our email that comes out every Monday. We recap the previous Saturday's results, and we give you the link to always submit your listings. You just got to have them in by Wednesday at 5, okay? So JD puts together all of those videos. He edits them, and then he tosses it over to Peter, and he runs his digital marketing magic, and we get some great results. So spend some time in here. I think you're going to get lots of good tips and tricks on your business overall. So good square to pop into. You know, we've got our COVID safety in real estate. You know, this is something new that we added in that I wanted to share with all of you today. These are just some leave behind cards. We can easily put this on some nice note card paper within our in-house marketing group. We DBA it, whether you're Schmidt family of companies, Schmidt Realty, or Ruth Realty. We're going to go ahead and make sure that's proper on there. We're going to put your name, your contact information, but we wanted you to have something to leave behind when you show a home, letting that seller know that you took the safety of their home seriously, that you and your clients took the safety measures possible to make certain that their home was kept safe. So one of them is a little more vague, and then another one is a little bit more detailed. And I wanted to have both readily available for all of you, because in some instances, you know, you do have to remove your shoes. In some instances, wiping down the surfaces, wearing masks, all of those things are critical because that's what that seller has required. And then there's others that are maybe a little bit more lenient. Whatever you choose and the way that you practice real estate in this environment and the safety precautions you take, we wanted one readily available for you based on how you're doing your business. So these are here. I hope you'll take advantage of them. I also think it's a really great opportunity for every seller to leave your name, your brand behind, and letting them know that you made the effort to show their home. So something to think about for you to use there. In addition to that, gosh, I'll wrap this up because I know it's a lot of information, but we have photo galleries for you. We have postcard campaign inspirations. There's all kinds of different things that are within Schmidt Resources. Maybe you're looking at doing some more video yourself. Maybe you want to do video walkthroughs of your homes while you're on camera showing the home, describing the home to them. We've got really great tips and tricks that JD put together on a $50 or less movie studio that helps your videos come across more professional, right? Even though that you didn't hire a professional to do it. But we're always thinking about how can we make you look the best. So that's kind of a neat opportunity. We always try to recapture our social media templates. We showed you the just listed, just sold postcards. Again, these all come over and translate into social graphics as well. All right, so lots of good things here, working your sphere of influence, more print marketing campaigns, business card designs. Gosh, there's so much that's here and readily available for you, okay? So take a look at them, spend some time with them. I think you'll find them really kind of neat. So, when you're working your business planning, it's really a good discussion with your local leadership to really kind of help you and guide you through this process. You heard from Roberta earlier when Felicia kicked off the training event. What a great real estate coach, a productivity coach that you have right at your fingertips. She can really work with you on your business planning, great resource for your marketing as well. But we just put in some business and planning marketing workbooks, a budget template, some buyer strategies if you're really focused on being a buyer's agent. But we drop these in here for you just to kind of spark, again, some thought process, help you think about where you're headed with your business and how you can kind of package it together so you have a plan to follow. So just something to think about. We've got some scripts in here, some other things. Here's your preferred vendor, McMichael. I love the CB quotables. We put this in a really easy flip book format. Some people like to send this ahead along with maybe the blue book or the black book, but it's kind of cool. And if you haven't read the CB quotables, I really think you should, because boy, it really gets you fired up about the power of Coldwell Banker and how really, truly special our brand is. And it's nice to share with potential clients. It just tells our story and it's just kind of cool. So something to think about there. Other than that, our company directory is here. You'll see that you have direct access to any of our leadership team. We all post our cell phone numbers here. Carrie really is, she forwards her office phone to her cell. She picks up so quick. I think she's got the fastest speed for getting back in touch with people. She's just amazing. But anything that we can help you with, you're always more than welcome to reach out to any of us. Here again is your marketing group, your accounting and human resources across the company, relocations and referrals. Here's Dennis over in Ohio. Lots of great things. Maybe you have an opportunity and you need to work with an agent in Michigan. All of our offices are here as well. Here's Felicia, our fearless leader for Ohio. But lots of good resources and people here to connect to. And then finally, one thing that's special to all of us is our Schmidt Community Fund. The Schmidt family, Ken and Mike, started the Schmidt Community Fund back in 2019. They're already a very giving family and giving back to their communities. And we really just kind of felt that if we pooled our resources together across the entire company, that really together we could make a far better impact on supporting the needs in our local communities. And the timing couldn't have been more perfect. We saw COVID come into play across the world, and we saw the request to come in to help our agents in the markets they serve support our youth and our children. We were able to provide food, to our children in our communities we serve because their backpack program ended when school went to remote learning. We were able to help provide children with devices so that they could do their remote learning from home because they didn't have access to that. It was just really cool to be able to really give back. And the requests came in from our agents, our managers, our leadership. And I would just say, if you have some time, spend some more time on Schmidt Community Fund, learn what our mission is, how we support. And when you are made aware of an opportunity where someone has a need, please bring it forth to us, because that is the sole purpose of this fund, is really giving back to our communities and supporting those that need our help. So I hope that you do have some time to spend in there as well. So I thought I'd open it up for any questions. I think that was long, and Felicia, I'm sorry if I did go too long, but if anyone has any questions, I would love to answer them. Otherwise, I hope to hear from all of you eventually.
No, Teresa, you didn't go too long at all. You could spend the whole 3 hours on Schmidt Resources. There's so much information. Everyone just has to take their time and get into it and find what resonates with you and what you can take advantage of, because it's always changing. They're always adding more stuff for you guys. So it's an amazing tool. And the best part, because agents always forget their passwords, is that it's not password protected. So you can anytime and take advantage. So Tracy, thank you so much for being with us. I did check the chats, and there were no questions.
Maybe I was thorough. Maybe.
We're thorough. And now you know a little bit more about the marketing team and the fact that, the entire team services the whole company. So you've got people parked in all different parts of our organization that are there, and all with unique skill sets, so that one submission form does make sense, so that they can funnel your particular need to the right person to help you. So thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks so much, everybody, for having me. Elizabeth and Felicia, thank you for letting me come into your Launchpad class. I always enjoy it. So bye, everybody. We hope to see you all soon. And please reach out to your marketing group. We love to support you. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. All right, so we're going to go back to Launchpad. So we're going to go back to this real quick video from our broker, Elsie.
Hello everybody, my name is Elsie Sayer and I'm one of your principal brokers here at Coldwell Banker, Schmidt Realty, and Schmidt Family of Companies. We're so glad you made a decision to join our family. I want to talk to you today about your status as an independent contractor. That means you own your own company and you're affiliated with us. You're not an employee. And as such, you make the decision on how much money you want to make, how many hours you want to work, and what your long-term goals are. Most of us work toward retirement. We spend our working years toward making enough money to retire in comfort when our time comes. So whether you work for a company or you're your own company, the end goal is probably the same. You are You Inc. You're your own company. You're the CEO, the CFO, the COO. You're in charge of time management, earned income, goal setting, and everything else pertaining to your own company. We're not going to tell you to get up, get dressed, and come to work. You have to make that decision. You're going to have to decide how many hours a week you want to work, and of course that's going to depend on how much money you want to make. The more hours, the more money, just like any other job. Our goal is to make those hours you spend here more profitable. We are here to help you attain your goals. You make the goal, and we'll give you the tools and the opportunities to make it happen. Ultimately, you have to be the one to make a database, a book of business per se, that you can sell or retire on referrals. We have the tools and the ability to help you do that. Just remember, you are in control of your company. You need to decide how much money you need to invest in your company every month or every year. You need to decide how much education your company needs to keep on top of things. I suggest you get as much education as you can. The more education you are, the better off your company is. Every company out there needs to invest in itself, either to make capital improvements, build its book of business, or improve the bottom line. Your company is no different than any other. The sky's the limit. No one here is going to tell you how much you can make or how many hours you have to spend to do that. This is one business where gender, education, or life status in general dictates how much you will earn. Only you can do that. I've been doing this business for over 40 years, and I've enjoyed meeting people from every position in life, from celebrities to doctors to attorneys and everybody in between. I've made more money than I've ever dreamed possible. I was just a kid from the hills of Pennsylvania. I set goals. I revised those goals over and over and over again, and you can do the same. I'm accessible. I'm here for you. I answer my phone. My hope is that you attain your goals, surpass them, and make this a career that you dreamed of. Welcome to Coldwell Banker. Thank you. Bye.
So that was Elsie, and she is a joy to meet. She is salt of the earth, genuine, very smart, very knowledgeable, and here to help. She has a genuine joy and passion for the industry, and she is a co-broker with Joe Gazzo, who you will meet in just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and skip over now to our transaction coordinator, Stephanie Martin, who, as I mentioned at the beginning of the call, is also our regional service coordinator. And if you would just pay attention to this, it's just a quick video on why this might be beneficial for you.
Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie Martin. I'm the transaction coordinator for all of our 13 Ohio offices. I'm here to explain to you what exactly that means and why you would benefit from hiring me. I usually explain it by saying I'm your annoying reminder and your real estate best friend. What I do is make sure that every part of the transaction is taken care of. I stay on top of all the deadlines. I make sure you, your clients, title company, and the lender all stay on top of all the deadlines. I keep a spreadsheet with all important dates and information so I can remind you to schedule the inspection. I can remind the lender to schedule that appraisal. I can make sure everything is just running smoothly. And you don't have to worry about the tedious parts of the transaction, so you can be out in the field finding new clients. The greatest part about using me is that it's only $225 per transaction, and that's if it closes. So if it doesn't close and you don't get paid, then I don't get paid. And also you can pick and choose when you use me. So you can use me on just one of your deals, you can use me on a couple of your deals, or you can use me on all of your deals. It's totally up to you. I also work on listings, and what that entails is I can put them into the MLS for you, make sure all of your documents are good to go and your dot loop is cleaned up, and then I can order the home warranty, and I can help with any kind of marketing materials like creating flyers, postcards, sending out emails, anything like that. An example spreadsheet and my flyer with a list of what all I do is available for you online. And please feel free to reach out by calling, texting, or emailing me with any questions. Thanks, and I look forward to working with you.
Stephanie can definitely make your life easier, and those that have used her will give you those testimonials. She's just a great asset, and we're so glad to have her. So as I promised you, a little bit more from Roberta about why you'd want to use a coach.
Hi, welcome to Productivity Coaching. What does it do for you? What it does for you is it helps you to be able to sell faster, to take more listings, to be a better professional in your new role as a realtor. What do we talk about? We talk about mindset. We talk about making sure that we are doing lead generation and building a preliminary business plan so that you have a sense of direction as to where you're going and how you're going to get there. After all, how much money do you want to make and what is it going to take? We work one-on-one with each other. And that's set up on either a weekly or maybe every 10 days, just based on what your particular schedule allows you to do. You're sitting down one-on-one with a realtor that's been in the business 20 plus years. And that allows you to be able to feel pretty comfortable in terms of walking you through how do you do a listing presentation, okay? How do you work with sellers? What do you say? What do you do? What do you take? And the same thing with working with your buyers in terms of knowing what your buyer presentation should look like and how do you present it. We go through a series of different items that you need to know and need to feel really comfortable with so that it allows you to succeed faster. In saying that, we're going to ask you to do some actual shadowing with experienced agents, working open houses. And again, it's a matter of what do I take, how do I do it, all of those kinds of things. We're going to work on your database and your social media, time blocking, all of the ingredients, if you will, that's going to help you in the long run to be able to earn more money and to do it in a faster, more productive way. You know, it's really like having someone with you that has your back. It protects you, it protects our company, and just as importantly, it protects your clients and your customers to know that you are fully ready to do your job. The program itself is meant to be as least expensive as possible. We are one of the few companies that really does produce for you a one-on-one basis coaching program at a very, very minimal expense to you. It consists of meeting not only the one-on-one meetings, but actually charging 15% of your first 5 transactions. I stay with you, however, after that, in meaning that I'm always accessible by phone or email or text to answer any of your questions. Another support key piece for you to take advantage of. The program lasts basically 12-week session, somewhere in that neighborhood. And it depends on how quickly you move through the program and how well you are doing as to what it really curtails in terms of your time investment. Hoping to meet you in person, hoping to work with you, hoping to help you get started, or if you're an experienced agent, helping you to become a cut above maybe where you were before in terms of your professionalism. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me at 330-592-0748. Certainly you could send me an email or a text, whatever is most comfortable for you. Again, look forward to meeting you. Have a great day. Thank you.
Anyway, I just want to thank Roberta, and I hope you guys get a chance to meet her in person. She's really the real deal, and anyone who's coached with her will attest to that. She will make a difference in your business, and when you invest in yourself, good things happen. So I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to Elizabeth, our training specialist, who's going to walk us through the new agent guide, which is a wonderful resource. And she's going to touch on just a few more things in Schmidt Resources that we did not discuss earlier. All right, take it away, Elizabeth.
Can you guys hear me okay? If I can get a nod, Candy, I can see you. Yes, you can. Okay, perfect. I'm going to cover a couple things here real quick that are just, I feel that are important and relevant to you to help benefit you. And then, like she mentioned, I'll go into a couple things. We're going to also look at the calendar and then as well as the new agent guide. But there's some things in here that I think I want you guys to make sure that you're aware of and that you're utilizing. So again, we're in our Schmidt Resources. Tracy did a great job of really showcasing some of the important things for you here, but let's get down to the agent level and how you can benefit using it today. The first thing I want to show you right here, I'll just mention a couple. This G Suite Square, I don't know if you guys are all aware, but we have a G Suite account through Google, which means you have a variety of apps available to you. One being a YouTube channel, you have spreadsheets, you have Google Docs, you have a variety of different tools that you guys have right at your fingertips with our @cbschmidtohio.com email. And as an example, if I show you really quick, I'm inside my email. This isn't a full training, but just an overview. If I click, you all have access to this. And we utilize this in business literally every single day, all day long. And it's definitely going to take you to the next level of how you're doing business if you're not already using this. So for one, contacts. If you get all of your contacts in here into this G Suite account to your Google account, what will happen is they automatically sync with Moxie. So they will automatically be in your Moxie database. If you have them in here, it then allows you, when you are in Zap, to click on your Gmail import, pull them all in there. So every time you have a lead, you can use this as a centralized location to get your leads and all of your different prospects, and then get them to your tools to actually be able to use them. If you have the tools and don't have the leads in there, what good is that to you? So that's a cool aspect there. We also have the Drive, which we use on a daily basis. So Docs is like Microsoft Word, but digital and online. Sheets is like Excel. So if you don't have those tools and products on your computer, you do have them available to you digitally. So you're still able to perform and do business as you need. One of the things that we love the most about these things, both Docs and Sheets, you actually can work collaboratively together with some at the same time. So for example, Felicia, Vanessa, and Stephanie and I will be on one document, and we can be on at the same time in different locations, and I can see what they're doing and they can see what I'm doing. So it just helps us have a collaborative effort. So whether that's you in your office with your manager or your agents or your clients, however it needs to help you, I guarantee that's going to be something that you're going to use both in not only your business life, but your personal life as well. And then we also have PowerPoint, which is slides. So if you ever want to do a presentation, you have that at your fingertips. Google Meet is just like this at Zoom. So you have the opportunity right within your Google Suites platform to do a video meeting right with your client or your potential client. So are you doing a listing presentation? Are you doing a buyer tour presentation, but they don't feel comfortable to meet yet? You have the option to do that right within your Google Suite account. And that's not Zoom, it's a different product. Calendars in here. Again, YouTube. I'm doing a class for YouTube next Thursday. So if you guys want to write that down, it is in the calendar. You guys have to register for that. I'm going to teach you not only how and where to access your YouTube account, but I'm going to teach you how to get your photo in there, get your banner in there, which, trust me, is a stopping point for some people. So we have just now had some of those designs. So all you have to do is click and download. But also just show you how I get a video up there and then how I host it onto my social media platforms. So that's going to be a great one. But these are at your fingertips, you guys. And if you're not using them, it's just doing a disservice to you and your business. And you're probably spending more time doing things you don't need to do, which is important. Google Classroom, if you have children, that's probably where they just went to school for the last 2 months. So if you didn't know kind of where this stuff was hosted, that's what G Suite is. And we'll go a little bit more in depth with that on a different training. But again, if you want to jump in and learn ahead of time, you can actually click on the G Suite square right there. Next, we have a technology square. So I want you guys to really think of Schmidt Resources as a centralized location. We do have a lot of things in a lot of places, which is great because our different personalities and perspectives. So we need all those tools so you can pick what works for you. But what isn't great is trying to remember, especially when you're new, or even if you're an older agent that's been with us for a while and you just have to reconnect, you just forget where you log in to see the exchange, where did you log into here. So this is centralized location. Start at Schmidt Resources, click on the technology tab, and from there, notice how you can get into Zap. You can get into social ad engine, you can get into listings to leads, CVX exchange. So this is where you can start and go. So that's a great resource point for you guys to remember. Makes it easy. Anything that we can do to make it easy is kind of the point here. Okay, next, video classroom. So you click on this picture of JD's face, takes you into our video classroom. We've got Facebook help. So if you're not at the point where you have your channel set up and you know how to run it, click on this and this gets you going with that. And there's some other things in here, but I just want to focus on this one. If you click on the Schmidt video classroom, what happens is every training that the company hosts, so for example, whenever JD or Carrie or I do a Moxie Monday, all of those videos are getting loaded right into this video classroom. So if you notice right here, there's a playlist. It says Moxie Mondays. If you click on that, what happens is it automatically plays all of the Moxie Mondays for the last several weeks, actually the last couple months. So if you missed one, you didn't really miss out because now you get to jump back in here. And this is the one I just taught last Monday. And if you notice my screen, this is the one that will automatically play that I just played, but over here to the right is the key. This is the playlist itself. So basically, this is also what I'm teaching in my class. When you create a video, you can make a video series. So when we upload it, we make all of the Moxie Monday go in the Moxie Monday playlist folder, which is right here. So then you can actually click and take a series of Moxie Monday courses if you choose to do, and it's plug and play, which is why I love video, because you can play it, you can implement it on your own screen as you're learning it, but then pause it as you need. So this is everything from social media tips. Long form classes are going to be like hour-long sessions, whether it's account tech or are we teaching listings to leads or something like that. So that's going to be your video classroom. And again, I access that very simply by being in schmidtresources.com and clicking on the video and social media icon, and then clicking on video, Schmidt Video Classroom again. So that's a really, really important one. Every time you're curious, usually about where a class goes, it's typically about an hour. But keep in mind, anything that is Ohio-based, we do have an external YouTube channel for that we'll probably put a square on here for as well. So this video classroom is going to be company-based, so that means we're doing it for the Schmidt family across the board in Michigan, Florida, Ohio, and St. Croix. Anything that's Ohio-based, we have a different channel that Vanessa and I run, and we'll get a square on here for that as well. So next, the other thing I wanted to show you guys, because I want to hand stuff to you to get your business revved up. So one of the things that's very important that gets skipped over, if you look at this icon right here that says logos, you might not click it because you might just think it means our logo. Here's what it is, and here's why it's very important. This is BrandServe. So this is actually Coldwell Banker marketing content, their campaigns, their TV commercials, their social media graphics. This is completely different than what she showed you in the marketing tab in your resources point there. I'm going to quickly show you BrandServe and show you why I like it, and I think it's one of my favorite. So to access this, it's actually going to teach you in that square how to get in here. It's in CB Exchange. But here's why it's so relevant to you. First of all, you guys see this background here, the one that Felicia has as well. It came from BrandServe. So you are actually able to utilize stuff immediately upon getting off this call today. But let's take a quick look at how they break it down. Their campaigns, so all the campaigns they've created are here and ready for you to download. For example, their good news campaign, get home safe campaigns, COVID campaigns, guiding you home. So some of them will be a little familiar because what we do on the Schmidt family of size, we'll pull them off of BrandServe and then we brand them to us and put our logo on them. But this is kind of like the starting point. Posters are in here. Okay, so let's go into tactics. So this is posters, social media, videos, and that's another one that people are hesitant to utilize video. But if I scroll down in here, it actually has some videos you can download directly and utilize right in social media. You can put it in your newsletters. See how there's social media posts in here as well. And what's great is you get to just click on it, customize it to you, and get going. I mean, the content is available. It's just conversations like this showing you where and how to access it to get you in there to start using it to make the power of the energy, time, and effort and money we've already spent as a company doing it to benefit you. Photography is the other one. Everything with marketing stems around your photography and your photos. So BrandServe is so important because you're able to, by the brands, by the affiliation of being with the brand, use any one of these graphics. So I'm saying even if you don't have a social media post to post today, grab one of these graphics, make it a simple conversation starter, make it a very easy conversation, nothing like I'm a realtor, pick me now. It doesn't have to be that way. It could be a simple conversation of posting the puppy and just getting that conversation started, or even just getting that presence out there and that graphic and having people share it and comment and like on it. And then that way that you're getting yourself in front of people. So jump in here as much as you can. There are also different backgrounds you can use as I showed in here. But again, the commercials, that's key. We spend as a company for Coldwell Banker a great amount of money investing in creating commercials. You're able to come right in here in BrandServe and actually download those commercials, not only just for your social media feed, but also in your banners on your social media pages as well. So BrandServe's a huge one. Make sure that you spend some time in that square, getting to know a little bit more about that. So that was the ones I wanted to cover as far as that is concerned inside of Schmidt Resources. So let's jump into something that's easy and relevant to you right now. We want to get you guys as connected as possible. So one way to do that is to utilize the training that we have available, both from us as Ohio, but then also as Schmidt Family of Companies, Michigan, but then also the brand itself. So to do that, there's a lot of legwork behind the scenes to create your education calendar. A lot of you would have seen this by now, hopefully all of you. It does get sent out every month, and then every meeting on every Wednesday, we just kind of cover what's coming on that week. But the way that we've set this up to make this really beneficial for you guys is to make it easy and go plug and play. So as you can see, we very easily separated the categories in the training sessions. Anything in red is an online meeting. The events that are blue, or like the deep blue, the coldal blanket blue, are live online training classes. So what you get to do when this print calendar gets sent to you, I'm going to scroll in a little bit here, you get to start looking, and you now get to schedule yourself out and actually create your own business calendar so you know when you're going to be able to train. For example, make sure you're on every Wednesday meeting at 11. So that allows you to time block that time. However, sometimes we want to make sure you guys are able to do training on your own. So yellow is self-paced. That means it's going to be able to allow you to go in at any time. So it doesn't need to be on the 4th or the 11th or the 18th. Notice how there's no time. You get to plug in and start learning that tool or whatever that session might be immediately at any time. So you can plug those in anywhere you want to. Notice the square here. It says if you go to this day on that calendar, which I'm going to show you in a second, which is cbohiocalendar.com, it's actually going to let you download this particular print calendar, so you now can download, print, and actually put it at your desk. Are you home? Are you in an office? It doesn't matter. We're still going to allow that to connect to you right where you need it to be. And also, we also have a section that says CB brand calendar. So I'm going to show you that right now. Keep in mind, when you do actually print this out, at the bottom, I have the link that we've actually connected to it. I'm going to close my screen here, cbohiocalendar.com. This is very relevant because as we post these classes, life happens, technology happens, and other trainings come up. So sometimes every now and then these things need to move, or there's an update to that class. So you're going to use this as your basis, but you're going to make sure that you're constantly going to cbohiocalendar.com for anything that's new and added, because every single day I add something new to it. Vanessa adds to it. We've constantly got great stuff being added. So I'm going to show you very quickly cbohiocalendar.com because it is a digital replica of this exact calendar. So it matches in entirety. Everything in red, as you notice over here, how we have the same kind of diagram as we did on the calendar. Red is a CB meeting, and it's right here. And then to click on it is going to expand it and give you the information for that meeting, and then also give you the digital link, just like you all had to do to get on this call today. So it's very beneficial for you. For example, the class that I'm actually doing for YouTube, if you're kind of feeling like, should I do it, should I not? You actually get to click on it and then jump in here, and we actually show you what's going to be covered. So you then can say, okay, this is relevant to me. I'm going to schedule it. Click on the training registration link and get trained right there. And for some of them, it is actually a full-on graphic. Like when you went into Launchpad, we'll actually I'll put the marketing pieces right in there. So you have the digital marketing in addition to the links as well. So I really was just trying to make this very inclusive, to make it at your fingertips, whether you're in your office, whether you're sitting at a computer. And the other benefit for those who can see me on video right now, I actually access this calendar on my phone as well. So it doesn't matter where I am, I'm able to access both the company calendar and my personal calendar at all times. So it's a great option to really connect, and you can't miss out when you have so much greatness happening around you. Again, here's the self-paced classes. So if I click on it, you can see the way it's set up. It actually gives you the link to go directly to that training, and you can start implementing that training on that time at that day. The other thing that I mentioned on the print calendar, remember how on the 7th, I'll show you again, it said go here on this day to download the full PDF. Well, we've kind of integrated it in a cool way where now every month I'm going to try to make it in these two same locations. When you click on it, as soon as I'm done with that print calendar and it's ready to go, you get to go to this date and do two things. One, here is a preview of the calendar, but I've now made it available digitally online to download through Google Docs, which is one of those apps I was just telling you about. So when I click on it, it then pulls it up in my computer, and it now lets me download that particular calendar. So even if you miss the first round that we get towards the end of the month for that month prior to the next one, you can actually go here and get it at any time. So putting it right in your fingertips is key. The other aspect of training is we are constantly open-eared. So that means if there's something not on here that you feel is really relevant, throw it out there. We like getting creative and seeing who might want to do that training and see if we can pull that out for you. So a lot of greatness going on with training. The last thing I want to show you guys really quick inside of our Schmidt resources, and I'm going to run through it real quick because you can spend a little bit more time being more detailed on your own after the call, but the new agent packet. I did talk to a manager who said he showed it in a meeting, and the agents we've had for a while were very surprised at how much they learned by going through the new agent packet. And collectively, we've really tried to pull resources together to make sure that this is current and updated. It is a digital calendar, meaning to you that when we update it, we actually updated it instantaneously so that it is correct for you. I won't spend too much time here, but for those of you who want to learn more about the company, you aren't just running your own business, you are Coldwell Banker. And to understand our story and to effectively tell it, it's great to know more about us and who's running it and who's part of our team together. So on each one of these pages, you get not only the person, you actually get their title. So Ken is the CEO, you get their phone number and email. So that does mean if you have a need to actually reach out to anybody, their ability is right there to quickly go. Next, if you are in an office and need to do a referral to any other office or just basic communication, you now have the entire company right in front of you, all of their information. So you can call them and reach out to them at any time. We also have our Ohio leadership team to get you to understand who is actually in what position, but then also it's important to know your broker. We did a video of those earlier today, but then this also provides you more additional information like their email and phone number. So again, we just want to make sure by putting this in front of you, all of you know that everybody is available to be contacted, open door policy. Please reach out to us because we can't help you unless you ask. Next, we have our Ohio managers, and I like this page because we have different DBAs. When you first come in, you find out that this office is Schmidt Family, this one's Schmidt Realty, this one's Ruth, and you're just like, which one's which? So this is actually the clarification. Not only do you get the manager of that office and their contact information, tells you what office it is, but now you can actually see what DBA is connected with that brokerage or with that office. So for clarification point of view, that's actually really good. Now the following section here is relocation. We're actually going to have a little bit more from them in detail on the last day of Launchpad to get a little bit more information about that. And then we've got our corporate administration and our corporate accounting. Focus point here being Katie and Cami. They're going to be your resource points, and if you're not already communicating with them regularly, you will be when you're doing your deals and transitions. So they are available at any time. Let me tell you, they're also ones to very quickly respond to you as well. So if you have an issue, they're right on top of it. We have our corporate technology and training team right in front of you there. And then next goes into marketing, which Tracy's already kind of showcased for you. So just another place to be able to get their contact information. Now the coaching program is really good. It's full and I've got people jumping to get in. So if you want to find out more and if it's for you, this just has a little bit more information about the program and then a number to reach her at so you can find out more. Then a little bit more about the agent transaction coordinator position. Again, you heard from Stephanie, but now you get to go in offline and jump in and actually see everything in here to find out how she can help you and how to go about starting. The next thing we did is actual testimonials, because for me that speaks volumes. We can tell you it's great, but these are people right in our own office, our own agents who utilize that program and they are succeeding and they're very happy and loving that. So please utilize that as a top point too, and whether you wanted to use her. Next, we have a one-stop shop for contact. So yes, we're available, we're open book, contact us at all times, but sometimes you need something, like she said, in the middle of the night. So we're able to actually reach out. And a lot of these actually have some late night support teams. I wouldn't say in the middle of the night, but Moxie, Dotloop, Matrix, these are the numbers actually created for support to you. So they are able to help you with any type of technology issue that you have at any single time. Next, we have our vendors. We want to put them right in front of you. So our Woodland title, not only do you get to know who's who, you actually get their title and contact information. What's great about our vendors is you're going to actually meet them on the final day of Launchpad, and they're going to come on live with us. So if you do have questions, please go ahead and write them down, and then we will make sure you have face-to-face time with them on the last day to not only get to know them, but also ask them any questions that might be relevant to you or your company. So following social media, this one's important. If you are not already, please make sure you utilize our social media channels, not only to get information, but to share our feed as well. So if we post it, you have the opportunity to take it and share it. In addition to our company in the Ohio page, please make sure you also follow the Michigan pages, because again, we are giving you a lot of great content so that you're not stopping yourself with going forward on social media because you have no content. We want to provide you with that content. Okay, so marketing and branding. A lot of you might have already gone through some of these steps, but if you haven't, I want to reconnect you because you might have missed some things that could have come to you for free, which is not something you want to do. So when you first join, you actually can get 500 business cards to you. So if you have not gotten business cards yet, make sure you reach out to, I'll give you the form here at the bottom, and we want to get those too because those are on our dime. You do not pay for those. Next would be signs. In every office, we have signs. So when you need to utilize one, you are able to go to your ASC and sign them out and borrow them until you're able to get your own. You should have all gotten a name badge if you've joined within the last couple of months. Then if you have not, please reach out to your ASC because we want to get one of those for you. Again, we pay for that for you. Next, there is an incentive here that yields you return. If you would like to have a 200-piece postcard, a personalized introduction mailer, we will actually create that for you, customize it to you. We will get that to our printer, print it to you, and put that in your hands, 200 pieces. So all of that cost will be to you for free. The only thing we want to do is empower you to get the database. Everyone talks about database constantly. We want to empower you to get that going. If you have 200 contacts that you pull and get them into either Zap or Moxie, and you show that to us, we will actually initiate, can't even talk right now, getting that postcard mailer out to you. So one, you're forcing yourself to do what you should be doing anyway, getting that database, which we need to do everything else in our business. But two, you're actually yielding back postcards that you personally going to receive, and then you actually can mail those out. So we're actually helping you jumpstart your marketing. If you have not done that yet, please make sure you reach out to us. If you are concerned with how do you go about getting that many contacts, you can reach out to us for that too, because we've got a lot of great ideas on how to pull that together. Next here is, remember when Tracy talked about your photo and your video being an expression of you and how important it is in our business? If you do not have a headshot yet, we definitely implore you to get one. And for those who can watch me on video, please stay away from those that are on Facebook posing like this, because it does not show well when you're doing your marketing pieces. And as I mention all of the time, when you're looking at a marketing piece, and if I'm thinking as a consumer, I want somebody to put my property up, and I'm looking to see how they're marketing themselves to see how they're going to market my property. So if you don't have a photo that expresses yourself well, and it's just a single shot selfie from Facebook, then it just tells them the story of what kind of marketing are you going to do for them. If you do not have a headshot, we have these as trusted photographers that are all great. We would love to get you in contact with them to get that headshot going. Some of them will actually meet you at locations, so you can actually make it very safe. I do know when I've talked to them recently, they've been doing all the safety precautions as well. And still doing that photography. Not only do they do headshots, by the way, they actually do property marketing as well, and drone. So if you're interested in that, that's your contact point. Okay, so next, I'm gonna skip through that one. Your marketing and branding, so your signage and name badge. I told you about your name badge, but that's actually what it looks like there. So this is the point of reference if you have not gotten this from us yet. If you do not have a social media intro that we've done for you, meaning a social media graphic saying you joined us, if you have not gotten the postcard mailer introduction, which is at the bottom here, so the top is the social media announcement, the bottom is the postcard announcement. If you do not have those yet, these right here, step by step, tell you how to go about getting that for yourself. So it gives you step 1 through step 7. And if you notice, you scroll right down here, it's actually the form to fill out We then submit that to the marketing team, and what happens is they create it for you, and you don't even have to do any of the creating. So we're just enabling you to help yourself jumpstart your business and get some of that going. What you see me scrolling through is simply the options. So these are all your business card options. You're not stuck to one design, but I can tell you, if you run through here and there isn't one that's your favorite, the marketing team will custom design it. So you get to tell them, I would like to have a business card, and for that I would use the marketing form Tracy showcased in the schmidtresources.com, that big black square. And then you submit it and just say, I would like a custom business card outside of the Ohio options, and they will design that for you. Below that, we have the postcard order form and the options. So you even get to dictate that. Do you like which one you have available to you, or do you want it to be custom? So that's basically the point of the new agent guide, is to really connect you to your resources, get you what you need, and to also help you understand and know who's what in the company, so we can help you with what you need to do. And not hold back because you're not sure where to go. So that was quite a bit. I covered Schmidt Resources. I did some technology and education. If you have any questions, please jump through and put them in chat, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to jump out of here, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And as she continues, I will try to answer any questions you guys might have in the chat screen as well. So thank you guys all for coming. We appreciate you. I'm going to pass it back to Felicia, and we're going to go right into the next section. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so that was awesome, and that is such a great guide, even for the experienced agents who come over from another company, just as a one-stop shop to figure everything out. And the training calendar is awesome. I love it. So much good stuff. I mean, literally, you could make a career out of just training. Okay, so we're going to go into meeting our brokers, and as I mentioned, that is Joe and Elsie, who you heard from earlier. Joe has a unique background in construction, new homes, land, and just a passion for this business as well. So we're really lucky to have both of them. And then finally, we're going to close with another 10-minute video from Stephanie Martin about really just the role of the ASC and our servant leadership mentality, and how we're here to help you with your deals. So here's your birth.
Yes, hi everybody. My name is Joe Gazzo. I'm one of the principal brokers for Caldwell Banker Schmidt family of companies and Caldwell Banker Schmidt Realty. I'm also the manager for our location in Strongsville. We have a number of locations. I primarily am on the west side. Elsie, my partner in success, is primarily on the east side. And just to tell a little bit about us, myself in particular, I've been in the business for close to 45 years. I can tell you that it's a real pleasure to be here with Caldwell Banker Schmidt. It all starts from the top. They are tremendous leaders in every which way. And if you trickle down and we talk about Felicia Hengel, who happens to be our president, and then it goes down to our managers, and then of course to many of you, our agents. And basically what we want you all to know is we're here for you. Part of what we do is, as managers, we handle our offices, but in respect to that, other agents that are out there, whatever offices you may happen to be at, anything that arises, we're in a position to help all of you. And I think the thing that you want to consider is anytime anything comes up, you want to talk to your manager. They are your lifeline, and they're there to help. And if by chance there's something that they cannot help you with, that's what we're here for. So we're here to help in respect to things that may come up with the division, license law, things of that sort. So to tell you just a brief history of my background, this is 45 years for me in the business. I received my broker's license in 2007. My background is also building. I've worked with a number of builders, and I was also a custom builder. So part of what I do is I love teaching that aspect of it, and we'll get into that later in another aspect. But right now, what we want you to know is what we're here for, and that's to support you. We're here to support every way we can. Anytime any questions come up, and they will, again, that's what we're here for. We even sometimes bounce things off each other. There's times I'll call Elsie, there's times Elsie may call me. And again, with my background being what it is, being in construction, Elsie's background, and she'll allude to this in a bit, her background happens to be in farming and things of that sort. So I think between the two of us and the managers that we have in place, No stone is left unturned with what we do here. We're here to support in every which way we can. All the tools that we have to offer you, I think in addition to that, you have a tremendous amount of experience to back you up. So again, I'm going to turn it over to Elsie so she can tell you a little bit about herself, but we welcome you all. We're here to help you. That's the main thing. And just know that you are in a tremendous company with great leadership. So I want to introduce you to my partner in success, Elsie Sayre.
Hi there, my name's Elsie, and I am one of the principal brokers, like Joe mentioned. I'm actually on the east side, and I manage the Streetsboro office. My background is so totally different from Joe's. I'm a farmer, a true farmer. That's what my husband does. We live on 600 acres, and we're farmers. So my background in real estate has been rural, very rural, on how to sell country properties, how to sell properties with septics and wells. So we're very well-rounded. Between the two of us, we've got it pretty much covered. I don't do city very well at all, and he would have a little bit of problems out here in the country, so we bounce things off of each other all the time. Very privileged to work for the Schmidts. The Schmidt family from Michigan owns this company, and we are very privileged to work for them. The Coldwell Banker Schmidt Realty is a icon in the business. We're the largest franchisee for Coldwell Banker. Very, very happy about that. They're very accessible, and I want to let you know that Joe and I are both very accessible. We answer our phones. If you need us, we're here. We prefer always that your manager is your first line of attempt to reach somebody, but of course, if you can't reach them, or if it's a broker question or a division or a licensee question, then we're your source and we are accessible. We answer our phones. So if ever you need a broker, give us a call and we can hopefully get your answer. If we don't have it, we certainly will get it for you.
And so if you're new with us, we welcome you with open arms.
Absolutely.
We're happy to have you, of course. And if you're experienced and you've been with us for a while, we're happy you're part of our family because we do operate as a family here. We're here to help. So thank you all very much, and success to you. Much success.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
All right, so as they said, they both have very different backgrounds, but together they give us all the resources that we need. So it's pretty awesome. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Stephanie. And then right after she's done, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of what to expect on Monday when you have a live training with Elizabeth and JD coming in from Michigan. So you're not going to want to miss Monday, but I will go over that session with you right after we hear from Stephanie.
Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie Martin, the Regional Service Coordinator for all of our Ohio offices. I'm here to just go over what happens exactly when you get a new listing or you get a new sale and the process that is behind it. So we're going to start off with the new listing. First, I recommend meeting with your manager and going over all of the listing documents and purchase documents to make sure you know the ins and outs of all of those documents. So when you present them in front of your clients, you know what you're talking about. So once you get your first new listing, all of your documents signed, your dates are correct, everything's good to go, you'll input it into the MLS, make sure that you have at least a front photo, all of your supplements, as for example, you'll put your residential property disclosure, your lead-based paint, any kind of disclosure in the supplement area in the MLS, and then you put all of your documents into Dotloop, and then you'll submit for review. What I mean by submit for review is on the top right of the loop, there's a button that says submit for review. All you'll do is click that and then just change the folder type to either buying or listing. And then you can type in a little note to your admin and say new listing, any kind of information that you want your admin to know about that listing. Then you'll click submit for review and your admin will be able to see all of your documents and know that you got a new listing. So once your admin gets that email about the new listing, they go in and they audit all of your documents along with your manager to make sure all of your documents are good to go, clean, and everything's signed properly. Then they go into the MLS, make sure that you do have that front photo, your supplements are in there, and everything looks good. And then they can post on Facebook, or it just kind of depends from office to office, but they have a whole checklist that they go through and make sure the home warranty is ordered if there's a home warranty. They just double check to make sure you're doing what you need to be doing to be compliant with the MLS. So that's pretty easy, right? And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your manager or you can reach out to me at any time. So next, I'm going to go over when you have a new contract. So when you have a new contract, again, I definitely recommend meeting with your manager to go over all of the required documents for us because there's a lot of them. And if you have any questions about what exactly is required, your admin can also answer those. But once you have a good understanding about all of those documents, you'll show the house, and then they want to write an offer. That's awesome. So you have all those documents. You can either have them sign in person or they can sign via dot loop. Either way, it's totally up to you and them on what you guys feel comfortable doing. So once you get everything signed, you send to the other agent and make sure everything's good, and they send it back and you guys are completely into contract. And if you are confused about if you're in contract, I would call your manager or either of the brokers, Elsie or Joe, to just make sure. It doesn't hurt. So then once you have all of those documents ready to go and everything's in contract, you will fill out what is called the cover sheet in dotloop. And if you don't know what that is, all you have to do is import a document, and it's called transaction cover sheet. And all it is everything that the admin needs to know about that new contract that you have: title company, lender information, other agent information, your clients. We need their email addresses. We need all of that stuff so we are good to go on our end. So once you fill that out, also the commission, it's pretty important to put the commission on there. And if you're charging that $245 admin fee, or if you're paying for it for them, which is $125. If you have any questions with what I'm asking, feel free to contact me. I'm just briefly going over what exactly needs to be done so your admin can process your deals. And also your admins can answer any questions as well. So once you fill out that cover sheet, you go to the top right again in dotloop and you'll click the word submit for review. And once you submit for review, your admin then gets that email so they can process it, and we need them to process it right away. So please do not hold off with sending it to them. Send it right away, right when you get a new contract. They need to process it. Even if you think it's going to, for some reason, fall out of contract within a day, they still need to process it and then process it as a canceled deal as well. So either way, please just submit for review right when you get all of those documents signed and you're good to go. So then I'm going to do a little background on what the admin does. They have a whole checklist on what they do when you get a pending deal. First, they make sure all of those documents are signed properly and you are good to go. And if you get an approved for commission in dotloop email, that means you're good to go. But sometimes we return to agent is what we call it, and that means you're missing a signature, you're missing an initial, they need more information, or they're missing a document. So that just means that you just need to get something signed, and more than likely your admin will tell you what that is. So once they audit all of your documents along with your manager, they approve it for commission, then they start on their checklist. So the first thing on the checklist is to make sure if it's a relocation deal or if it's a listing that it's changed in the MLS. They have to make sure that they get that breakdown from relocation if it is a relocation deal. So they make sure everything's good to go with that. And then they process the deal. They go through all of the documents, they fill out the top form of their spreadsheet, which has commission, the sell price, the address, the client's names. They fill out all of that by looking at your documents, and then they compare it to your transaction cover sheet to make sure you guys are both on the same page, especially with commission. That's super important to make sure that you guys are both on the same page. And if they have any issues or if they see any kind of discrepancies, they should be calling you or emailing you with any questions they have. And then they will process that deal. And what we call it is an ATR CDF, and you'll see it in your loop once they process the deal. So if you don't see it in your loop, that means they haven't processed it, and that more than likely means that they have not gotten that deal from you. So go ahead and go through all of your loops down the road and make sure all of your loops have that ATR CDF in there, because that means that your admin totally processed your deal and you're good to go. You can even look at it, and if you have questions about it, feel free to ask your admin. They can walk you through exactly what everything means on that ATR CDF so you're on the same page as them. So they do the ATR CDF, and that's really just a commission distribution form. So it just goes over what you're getting, what we're getting, and any kind of other fees like E&O, or if you're paying that admin fee of $125, or if your buyer or seller is paying that admin fee of $245, it's all shown on there. Everything you need to know is on there. So if you see any kind of discrepancies on there, feel free to reach out to your admin and let them know, and you guys can talk it over and make sure you guys are on the same page. It's just a good check and balance to make sure you guys are all good. Your manager will sign off on it, and then they review your escrow instructions. Escrow instructions are super important, and they go to the title company so they know what exactly you are getting as a title commission. As what we are getting as a title commission, I'm sorry. So the total commission that we are getting as Coldwell Banker will be shown on the escrow letter. And there should be example escrow letters in Dotloop, and if there aren't, please feel free to reach out to your admin and they can totally go over how to go over those with you, how to fill them out. So you'll fill out your escrow letter, and then they will go over it, your manager will go over it, and then someone sends to the title company so they know what they need to give to you during closing. That's super important. And that escrow letter needs to match your commission distribution form, the ATR CDF that I was just talking to you about earlier. So once those are good to go, your manager looks at everything, your admin looks at everything, you look at everything. Everything should be smooth and done, and then they just make sure that everything in the MLS is changed. They make sure if we're holding earnest money that they process that earnest money properly. They make sure that that escrow letter was sent to title. They make sure that home warranty, if we're ordering the home warranty, that the home warranty was ordered, if it's America's Preferred, and then you should be good. And then once closing comes, our accounting department gets that title commission sent to them from the title company. So the title company, it closes, it's all good. Title company disperses funds, and then they send it to our accounting department in Westlake. Then Westlake gets that title commission, they put it into Dotloop, send an email to our admin and to you, you'll get it, saying title commission. And that means that they're processing that deal that day, and you should get paid within 24 to 48 hours. It really, if you're getting a direct deposit, it really should go into your account right away. So once they get that title commission, it's usually within a couple days, depending on when the title company sends that title commission to them. Sometimes they send it overnight, but sometimes it just doesn't get sent right away, or if it closes on Friday, they won't get it till Monday or Tuesday. Either way, once we get that title commission, we process it that same day, and it gets into your account right away. So it's pretty fast. So as long as everything is good to go, our CDF matches the title commission and that what's on that escrow letter, if all of those are good to go, then that means we will process it right away. So that's why it's super important to do your transaction cover sheet, to make sure everything is good to go, to make sure that that escrow letter is sent and it's right, because we want to make sure you get paid on time and easy transaction. So if you have any questions, that is what happens when you have a new deal or a new listing. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at any time. Your managers know that you can reach out to them at any time as well, and your admins know as well. So feel free to ask questions. Please ask questions, because the more questions you ask, the less mistakes there's going to be during your transaction, and the easier it is for all of us. So thank you so much. Bye.
Okay, anyways, thank you, Stephanie. That was great information. And again, if you're new to us, hopefully that just helped you to clarify the process. So today, that was a 2-hour session. So we actually got through a lot of information in 2 hours. I will tell you that Monday and Tuesday might be a little bit longer, but you are going to do some deep dives on some of our technology. And as I said, you will be hearing from JD and Elizabeth. So we are going to go on to step 2 and show you guys what to expect for Monday. So on Monday, you will be shown how to create and or update your social profiles. You're going to go into Moxie, which is our main tool for our agents to be able to run your entire business. We're going to show you how to set up and customize your website. We're going to go into Moxie Engage, which is all about your database, and then how you can set goals and actually a business plan to hold you accountable to get there. So Monday's a great day. You're also going to have JD. It will be a live training with Elizabeth and JD at 1 o'clock using the link that you were shared. We will also send out a reminder, and we look forward to seeing all of you guys on Monday. So I'm just going to sign off here unless there's any questions or comments. I do thank you guys for your attention. I know it's a lot of information. I do hope you got something out of it that can help you. And we look forward to seeing you all get through the entire Launchpad and on to the next trainings that we have to offer for you. So have a great weekend, guys. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.